Yo, this is Adi Impossible. I'm here for another one. I'm here with the beautiful. What's your name, Mama?
Shanice.
Shanice, what's going on with you? How are you?
I'm okay. I had a long day at work, but I'm ready to turn up with you tonight. So hopefully you can help me work through my relationship problems.
Okay. So, are you single?
No, I'm in
Okay.
a relationship. We're dating. We haven't gone to the next level, but we're dating.
Okay. What is your definition of dating? Because everyone has so many different definitions nowadays.
Well, we're not polyamorous. We're just monogamous because I don't like to share. So it's just me and him. We're long distance, and we've been together for about a year and 6 months now.
Okay, long distance where?
So I'm in Jersey, North Jersey, and he's in DC.
Okay. You couldn't find nobody in Jersey, Philly, New York, nothing. It had to be DC.
The New York Cats play too much. Okay. They want a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, bay. Um, DC, I'm just now exploring. Philly, they never really caught my eye. And New Jersey, I don't get the attraction from them either. No.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna have all them guys come in. I'm gonna have all those guys call in later. Watch. I'm gonna have them all call in. Yo, why ain't y'all representing, man? This is a beautiful woman out here. Okay, so tell me about your current relationship. What is going on in this relationship?
So basically, he was going through a divorce situation prior to us meeting. We were introduced to each other actually through my ex, and they went to college together. Unfortunately, last year when me and my ex we broke up, and I did not want to get back together with him, it turned into like a real domestic violence situation. And so the reason why I decided to end up dating my current boyfriend is because he really came to my rescue. He was that ride or die person that I just never had in my life. I've always been married to medicine my entire life. I've never really found somebody that will come to my beckoning need or like save me in case of emergency. And he really did. Like when we were still in our talking phase, just figuring each other out, he drove all the way from DC that night to make sure that my ex didn't do nothing stupid. And that to me is a really good hearted person. So that's why we decided to spend more time getting to know each other. And then we eventually started dating.
Hold on. So there's a lot of questions there. There's a lot of questions there. So how did he know to come up and rescue you, first of all?
So I had called him that night when it happened via FaceTime. I was crying, I was hysterical. I just didn't know who else to call, who would be up at that time and like actually answer the phone call. And I had jokingly said, like, I'm gonna call you and let you know what old boy said. Like, let's see what nonsense he trying to spit at me, right? Just to make fun of him. Little did I know it was gonna go all the way left. But I called him, he answered, and that's why he came up.
Wait. So while you were in the relationship with the ex, though, you were still having communication with his friend?
No. That's how we met because they went to college together.
Okay.
So I planned like the surprise party for my ex over the pandemic, and we've partied a couple times, like him and his ex-wife. So I knew of him, but not in that fashion until both of our situations were broken already.
Okay. So I'm gonna come back around, but with your ex and your domestic violence, right? How long were you with him?
I was only with him for 8 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how did the whole domestic violence thing start? Was that your like first instance of it? Where like there are signs of it? Like how exactly did you wind up in that situation?
So honestly, we were friends. Um, and we were on and off dating, but he was in North Carolina, I was in New Jersey. So people are really, they tell the truth when they say you don't really know a person until they move in with you. So he moved in with me, and then I saw like a completely different side of him. I didn't realize how controlling, how much he gaslights, how much of a narcissist he was until he already moved in with me. Like certain patterns of behavior, he never physically laid any hands on me before, but he would always like Sunday mornings. It's like a screaming match. He wants to pick at this, he want to pick at this. Very negative. He was a Virgo, by the way, and I'm a Leo. And we don't mix. And I
So
learned that.
like wait. What kind of things would he pick at just like on Sunday morning?
So he would say, okay, the laundry room is kind of like overflowing right now. When do you plan on doing XYZ laundry? You know, it's starting to look really messy, this, and the third. And I am organized chaos. Let's just say that. And I work very hard. I work 48 hours a week. So I'm not going to be doing laundry every single day or when you would like me to do the laundry. My issue was I would always have to still come home and do all the domesticated things, and he will just sit back, relax, be served like a king, not really help out at all. So
Okay,
I
wait. Before he had moved in with you, what was he doing?
oh, he was a clean freak. The apartment will always be spotless. So that was like red flag number one. But I thought it was nice. Like, wow, a guy that's actually like neat. You don't see that too often, you
So
know?
then why is that a red flag though?
I didn't realize it was borderline severe OCDism. It wasn't like when I go to his place that if I put a fork here or like there's dirty dishes in the sink and I add to it, he's not gonna bark at me, you know. But when you moved in, it was a problem. Or like, for instance, anytime I had to make food and if I chose to do the shortcut route and use frozen food, he would be mad. But when it was time for him to cook, everything would be frozen and it's okay. Like there was a double standard in a lot of things, is all I'm saying.
Okay, so what kind of work did he do before he had moved in with you?
He was a mechanical engineer, but I got him a better job over here, Northeast, paying way more money as a mechanical engineer. So that's why he moved in with me until he found like his own apartment that was closer to work. But in that time period, like I realized so much more, like I said, about the OCD isms, being super controlling, being super negative, how much he was addicted to weed. I didn't realize how much he was addicted to it. Like there was a lot of things that I never saw
Right.
prior.
But then you had kind of jumped out the window and then asked him to move in with you.
No, it was a mutual decision just because he only had 3 weeks to accept the job. So that was not enough time for him to like scout out the area in Jersey, all this stuff. So I said, you could stay with me until you look around the area, find something closer to your job, and then we just make it work. Because he
Okay.
was in Connecticut at the time.
Okay, but like honestly, he could have found an apartment though.
Of course, he could have.
Okay. So you had asked him to actually move in with you.
Hey, don't make it seem like I'm begging nobody to move in with me. No, no, no,
I'm
no.
just I'm just saying, who had said, did he say, okay, I want to move in with you? Or like, did you say, hey, babe, it would make more sense if you stayed here for a while because you like really don't know the area, yada, yada, yada. How did
Yeah,
it go?
more of the latter.
Okay. So okay. You invited this man to your home without really knowing how his habits were.
Habits, yes, because we would only see each other mostly for just the weekends, you know?
Okay. And then with your relationship before that one, was that long distance as well?
No, that was
Okay.
with um a first and last baby daddy type. Way too much drama. We actually ended our relationship because he cheated on me with his quote unquote childhood friend and he got her pregnant. So that was why we ended.
Okay, so he had cheated on you with his childhood friend.
Childhood friend.
Okay. Okay. Do you have any children?
No.
Okay. All right, cool. Okay. So your ex moved in with you.
Mhm.
And immediately you had saw that he was a neat freak?
No. Well, I knew he was a neat freak because remember I told you his apartment was always spotless every time I would be there. Like
Okay.
everything was in his right place. But
That's a
I
good thing though. That's a good thing. That's how it's
it is
supposed to be.
exactly. But I didn't realize how severe it could be. Like literally this man, one time I came home from work and my entire apartment was rearranged because he decided that when I move in, I need a certain amount of order. Like the closet was color coded, the fridge was rearranged a different way. Like there's no need to take it to that level of extreme. And I never realized that level of extreme because a guy's fridge is always empty. Let's just call it what it is. You come to my fridge, it's full of fruits, vegetables, all this jazz. Now you want to rearrange it. And it's like, okay. And what I don't appreciate is when you're going to rearrange my whole house to suit your needs or where you think it should be. Now, when I ask you, so where can I find X? Where's my passport? Or where is this? Where did you put this? You have no idea. That's not benefiting me. You're making me feel uncomfortable in my own space.
Okay, so when he reorganized it though, did he do it in a good way, or like did he just move shit around to where he had wanted it to actually be?
Yeah, he just moved the shit around, didn't ask me if it made sense. Like, you know, my routine. I'm a very routine person. I'm always running late. I have a certain place where I put things for a reason.
Okay, and how far in the relationship? Wait. Let's back up. Okay, how long were you guys dating before you had moved him in?
He moved in already when we were 7 months deep into the relationship.
Okay, okay. And it was long distance until that point.
Yeah.
Okay, so he had moved in month 7, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then how long after that were you guys together for?
Only 2 months and then we split.
Okay, so what other traits couldn't you take exactly?
Being very critical, being very two-faced, like you're telling me I have to cook everything fresh for you, but when it comes time for you to cook dinner, it was not fresh. It's okay for you to use the frozen shortcut, but I cannot do that. He wants a hot lunch. Don't make him no wraps. Don't make him no sandwich, nothing like that. I pre-ordered, like I started subscribing to HelloFresh. So that way when I come home from work, I could just quickly whip up something super fast. That'll be his lunch and I'll eat my stuff, you know, just to accommodate him. But it's not like you would help me cook sometimes. It was just, we had our set gender roles, but his were less strict. Like I still have to tell you, can you take out the garbage when you leave for work? Later on after me, when you're going to work, you're starting work at like 1 o'clock or 3 o'clock through to 11 shift, and I'm doing the 8 to 5:30 shift. I don't have time to do that in the morning. Can you do it? But you still expect me to do all the domesticated in-house things, but like the manly routine or the manly things you're not doing.
Okay,
And everything is super critical. There's always something you want to nag at.
what kind of things was he nagging at though, outside of like the like house not being tidy to his liking, I guess?
The, the food that it had to be fresh. He
But then,
won't.
wait. So even with the food though, it like seemed like you didn't have any problem making it fresh. It was just that you expected him to also make yours fresh.
No, because I eat the same thing over and over. Like you can make me a wrap and I'm fine. I'm
Okay.
very maintenance in that. But you want like mashed potatoes and steak one day, and he's only gonna eat leftovers one day because the second day he's gonna throw it out. So I can't even get away by making like every day had to be something different, you know, like rice and salmon one day, mashed potatoes and steak this day, this and the third, kind of like specifying things, but without giving me a heads up because I'm the one grocery shopping. So what would you like to eat this week? You know what I mean? Do you want steak? One time we had this whole debacle about, I asked him, do you want fish or meat? And he said, fish is a meat. And I'm just like, that's not what I asked. I asked fish or meat. And you know exactly what I'm talking about. Chicken, steak, you know, just stupid stuff like that.
Okay. Okay. So I have to ask you, like, why were you giving him all of this kingly treatment without any commitment?
You know, that's just the way I was raised, per se, I will say,
How were
because
you raised like that though, right? Because if you're raised with both of your parents, right?
yeah.
They were married and they were doing all of that stuff, right?
Yeah.
But then you weren't married, so you aren't really emulating that part of it.
Mm-hmm.
You were just kind of playing house.
Pretty much.
What made you actually do that? Is that just you? I mean, are you always like that? How has that worked out for you?
Not too well because you still get cheated on. I get abused. Obviously, not too well. I get taken for granted up until this relationship is different. Now I feel like things are reciprocated. I don't have to nag. It's just naturally done. We split things 50-50. So that's why I feel more confident in this relationship.
Okay, so before we get into this relationship, I still want to talk about that ex. So was he paying bills? Was he taking care of the rent? Was it being split 50-50? Was he taking more of the financial responsibility? Like, how did it work?
He paid half the rent. So I did my half, he did his half.
Okay. And then as far as groceries, other bills and stuff like that?
No, I'm still the one doing the groceries. Utilities was split half. And that's pretty much it.
Okay.
Paying for dates, we alternate. You never would always pay for all the dates. We're alternating.
Okay. So I'm still trying to figure out what made you move him in though. Was it love? Was it dedication? Was it commitment to marriage? Like, why are you moving niggas in, I guess?
Every single relationship that I get into is because I see some sort of trait in you that I would like to pursue it to see if we could be a long-term partner. And I always will ask, so I'm not wasting my time, where do you see this relationship going? So yes, at one point I wanted him and I to get married, right? But then after like the problems started showing up, then we just realized we're just not good for each other.
Well,
but
who had realized it? You had realized it or he had realized it?
He broke up with me first, and we had tried one session of couples therapy to see like how can we communicate better, because our biggest issue was communication and knowing how to talk to each other respectfully. And we tried the one session, we tried the exercise, it was a huge fight, and so we had broken up.
Okay, so who starts fights? Because you were saying it's him, and of course I'm going to get his side, but like, who is the nagger? Like, is it just really him always picking at you, or like, do you have a sharp tongue too?
No. I do not like to engage because I will blow up and say something really below the belt if I get very heated. So you got to jab me and poke the bear a couple times until you hit that one nerve, and then I'll pop off. But no, it was always him. Like, it's literally Sunday morning. What you want to complain about now? And it's about the laundry. Like, why? First of all, why is it even a fight? I just woke up.
Hold on though. Whose responsibility is the laundry?
Mine, because he don't do nothing.
Okay, so it's your responsibility. Was there a specific day that it was supposed to be done?
According to him, it should be done so it doesn't get backed up every single day. Your girl works from 8 to 8. It's not going to get done every single day. And you want me to cook and do all this other domesticated stuff for you? No.
Okay. And there's a few problems there too, because you are playing house for no reason at all. Like, there was no reason to like move this dude into your house, right? He already had a job. You had just sex must have been great. Y'all like must have been clicking. And then all of that stuff is easy because it's long distance, right? It's like, hello, hi, bye. Okay, I'm chill. I'm doing my own thing. So like bringing another person into your space is a really big deal.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys weren't getting along. Relationship. Wait. So he had broke up with you first?
Mm-hmm.
Why did he break up with you?
Because I was not changing or like catering to his needs as much. And so that's why he broke up with me. And within 2 weeks, he had magically found his own place and he was out of here.
Okay. So after he had broke up with you, then how did you guys wind up getting back together?
We didn't.
Oh, okay. Wait. So then, wait. Okay. He broke up with you, but then you said there was domestic violence.
Yes. So, okay. So after a couple months, so we broke up in May. He then hit me up randomly in October and said, can we meet up for dinner? Mind you, I had already processed like a small claims court case against him for the last month of rent. He did not pay to me and he just moved out and said, I'll get it to you. I'll get it to you. I'll get it to you. Never got it to me. So I sent it to small claims. And so that's what I thought the dinner was going to be about. And so I met up with him. We explained that and he said, I will get it to you. Like, give me some time. And he also had brought up like, look, I think I made a mistake by breaking up with you. I have gone out with some other females during our months apart. And what you gave to me and brought to the table, I really miss that treatment. So do you think we can get back together? And I said, no. And he did not like that response at all. I thought he was gonna be mellow and chill as a cucumber because we went to Ruth Chris Steakhouse. He drank some martini. I know he had smoked a little bit because I'm smelling it on your breath. So you should be cool as a cucumber. So I don't know why me saying I don't want to get back together with you is gonna make you fly off the handle.
Did he fly off the handle at the restaurant?
No, so after the restaurant, he invited me to get cheesecake at the place across from his apartment. And that place was already closing by the time we got there. So he invited me to his place.
Wait. Before he invited you to his place, though, you guys had that conversation and you were like, I'm not going to get back with you.
I told him I'm not going to get back together with him when we were eating the cheesecake in his apartment.
Oh, okay. Okay.
One-on-one.
Okay. So dinner was good.
Dinner
You guys,
was fun.
okay.
I'm sorry. I made a mistake. Yada, yada, yada.
Okay. And then even though y'all had broken up and it had been like 3 or 4 months, you had went up to his apartment.
Yep.
You like knew something sexual might have popped off at that point, though.
Might have.
Okay. So then you were just saying you like really weren't going to get back with them. There was a chance of it actually happening if he had played his cards right. Okay. So then you actually still had a lot of feelings for him at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And then is that why you kind of took him to small claims court? Because that's probably not a large amount of money.
No, it was only like $700.
Okay. So then why did you take him to small claims court? It was just kind of like still kind of clawing at that relationship a little bit.
Yeah, I was a little spiteful, but also it's like, hello, we had an agreement. You were on my lease. You were paying your rent all before. Now, just because you moved out and you have to pay things on your own, that doesn't mean you can't just forget and just postpone me. Yeah, I'll get it to you. I'll get it to you. And you're not giving it to me. Like a normal person, if you're going to break up with somebody, give them their due, cut all ties. You don't got to see me. I don't got to talk to you. You don't have to talk to me. And we're good.
Right. But it seems like that like little bit of money was kind of like a way of just still kind of keeping the like lanes of communication open, honestly. It was like, okay, well, even though I'm nagging at him, like I still like him. And like maybe there's actually still a possibility of this thing like fixing itself, right? So okay, all right. You guys in this apartment eating cheesecake and shit. Now what happened?
So that's when he brought up that the certain issues in the relationship in the past that he didn't like, he's working himself up, he's getting angry, and then saying like, listen, I still want to give it another try, but you got to change XYZ. Do you want to get back together? And I said no. And that's when he flipped the handle.
Flip the handle meaning what?
The man is yelling at my face. I'm sitting on the couch in the living room like this. He's right up here against me, yelling in my face like he's a drill sergeant. I'm in my head already calculating how I'm going to get out of here alive because I've never seen you get this level of angry ever in a relationship. Even during like your screaming match, you've never gotten this mad where I'm seeing a vein pop out in your head and you're profusely sweating. You've never done this. So I'm looking around. I'm like, well, if I try to run behind him and grab like one of the knives off the counter, he's probably going to take it away because he's stronger than me. Take it away and then stab me. If I try to scream or do anything, you could literally just open your apartment and throw me off the top because he was on the rooftop area.
So wait a minute. All of these things went through your head, but like up until that point, he's never put his hands on you before.
No, but you're completely unhinged at this moment, and I don't know what you're about to do.
But he has been angry before, just not at that level. But he has never put hands on you before.
No.
Okay. All right. So he is screaming at you. Then what happens?
So After I said no, and he's still ranting and going off, then he's like, "Oh, you gotta get out." So he grabbed my stuff. He pulled me by this arm off the couch. He's dragging me now down the hallway to the elevator. And in the elevator, and he's still going off. And literally not one of his neighbors come out and try to see what was all this commotion or even like call the cops, because this is extremely loud. And it's like 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. Like, this is not normal.
Okay.
Nobody came out. So he's still going on in the elevator, pressing me up against the wall, yelling, beating his chest, ripping his clothes. Like, we have all of that in the footage.
But he still didn't physically assault you.
Yes, he's pinning me up against a wall.
Oh, okay.
Dragged me on my arm down the hallway to the elevator.
Okay.
Like, he was being very forceful.
Okay. And then what happened? Because now you guys are on the elevator, or like, are you guys outside now?
So in the elevator to get back to the parking garage where my car is at. So I get to my car, and then I realize with all this commotion, I forgot my ring and I forgot my phone in his apartment.
Okay.
So he's already back in his apartment. I just knock on the door and I said,
wait a minute. Wait. Right. So you're fearful for your life, right? You were looking around and looking for knives and all this kind of stuff. You like make it safely outside, but your next inclination is to go back and get your phone. Like you like couldn't have left your phone. Couldn't have left the phone though.
How? No, I took my phone out of my purse and my ring when we were eating the cheesecake. That's how.
What kind of ring is this? What kind of ring is it?
A regular gold ring, just something fashionable. I didn't really care about the ring too much. It's more of I need my phone to get the hell up out of here and call the cops.
Wait. Come on. So why were you going to call the cops if you were already outside?
They need to know this man is unhinged and my shoulder is killing me right now. You need to lock this man up right now. Like, although I don't have any severe black and blues, they develop later. No, like, you need to go get him. Okay?
Wait a minute. Wait. So, all right, cool. He was not supposed to put his hands on you. He was not supposed to drag you out. Yelling in your face is not really the like most masculine thing. All of those things, right? But like he still had the like wherewithal to go back to his apartment and just whatever, cool off in his apartment, whatever. You are outside now. You had told me earlier you feared for your life. So like going back in the apartment and then just to get the phone, just to call the cops on him, knowing how cops treat black men, that's kind of crazy. Were you drinking that night?
I had one drink, but I was not.
Okay. All right. So you like go back upstairs. How did you get back in the building?
I didn't get into my car. The parking garage is still open. So there's a door to get back into the elevator in the lobby, go up to his floor, just knock on the door, give me my ring and my phone, and that's it. I didn't go back into his apartment. He just opened the door and gave me his stuff.
Did you drive there?
Yeah, my car was in the parking garage.
Did you have your car key?
That was in my purse, but not my phone and not my ring, and I need my phone.
Okay. So, okay, cool. All right. So you go back up and you knock on his door. Then what happens?
I see his hand is bleeding because he punched something in the elevator and he must have did something in the apartment, but I see his hand was bleeding when he gave me back my phone and my ring. And he came out again, yelling, pushing me up against the wall in the hallway, and is still yelling in my face like this. And I'm pinned up against the wall. I can't move. He put his entire body weight onto my body. So I can't move, and I'm subjected to hearing all this yelling.
Hold on. Did he give you, wait, because there's too much going on. He opened the door.
Yeah.
You saw him bleeding when he gave you back your phone.
Yep.
Okay. What does bleeding have to do with anything at this point?
He punched something in the elevator after I already left.
Okay. But he didn't punch you.
No.
Right? Okay. So like he's angry, he's upset, whatever. But he is just punching random things. That doesn't, and he didn't do that in your presence. That that must have been on his way up or something.
Yes.
Okay. So all right. Now, okay. You knock on his door. He gives you your ring and your phone.
Hmm.
Were they already in his hand or was somewhere in his apartment, which like you had to point it out?
It was right there where I was sitting on the recliner.
Okay. And did you ask him to give it to you or did you go in and get it?
Nope. I didn't re-enter his apartment. I asked him, give me my phone and give me my ring so I could leave.
Okay. And he gave it to you.
Hmm.
So then why? And once he gave it to you, did he automatically jump in your face or like were you like talking back at him again?
No, I told you I'm still scared. I need my stuff, but I'm still scared. So he's jumping at me now, still barking off and going off the handle.
Okay. And did you stay or did you leave?
No, after that, I left.
Okay. So did he follow you downstairs again or like you had just left?
Nope, I just left.
Okay, cool. So then what is the next piece of this thing then? How did his friend get involved in it?
I called my current boyfriend, his friend, on FaceTime immediately because I was so scared and shaken up. And I was like, I don't know what the hell is going on, but I need to talk to somebody. And I was leaving the parking garage. I was hysterical. I was crying all the way, driving back using my phone because I need my phone as the GPS to get out of this man's apartment complex back to my home. Because this is the first time I'm seeing this man's apartment. I don't know how to get back home from where he lives. So that's why I needed my phone. So I'm on FaceTime. I'm explaining to him all the stuff. He's listening to me as I'm driving back home. And then he said, just send me your address. I'll come up there now just to make sure you're fine and he doesn't do anything crazy. He was more shocked that that's where the night ended. Like he was expecting me calling him just say like, oh my God, guess what? He wanted to get back together. And I said no and did it like something like to clown him or whatever. And this was something very serious.
Hold on. So, all right, because I'm getting a little okay. So how close are you and his friend? Like, why are you in communication with his friend? And then why are you and his friend making fun of him if was he was one of your previous boyfriends? Like, how did that happen? Like, how are you in communication with his friend, and how long were you in communication with his friend? And then were you in communication with his friend during the time when you guys were in a relationship?
Nope. We had already broken up. He was already divorced when we were both going through our situations and we were now newly single. He will respond to my IG story here and there. We'll talk on the phone. We are still in our talking phase.
But how did y'all talk on the phone? Like, how did y'all get each other's numbers?
We were always partying. We were mutual friends. We all know of each other.
So, like, all three of you went out, or like you, him, and your ex went out or something?
Yeah.
Okay. So now, so okay. So so that was a crazy event, right? You are
Mm-hmm.
now back in your car going home.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't call the cops at that point. You called his friend.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had expected, well, you had said that his friend expected you to be saying stuff which were kind of derogatory about him, but like that wasn't what happened. So like, why would his friend expect you to be saying derogatory things about him?
Because I told him I'm only entertaining this date because I want to hear the bullshit that he has to say to me. Like, I know you either want me back or there's something else. Why all of a sudden we've been broken up for like 5 months already? Why all of a sudden you want to have dinner?
So then you and his friend were like already talking at that point.
Yes.
Okay, were like you guys intimate already or no?
No.
Okay, but but then early in the conversation you had said there was a chance of like romance popping off that night anyway with your ex though.
Mm-hmm.
But then did did your current boyfriend know that like there was a chance of you actually getting with your ex that night?
He knew that. And if it did, I would have told him, like, this is what happened. He was completely apologetic. We're going to try one more time. So I think we should stop talking out of respect for him. If that was the option, I decided to go.
Okay. So you call his friend and his friend drives up from where?
DC,
To where?
North Jersey.
North Jersey. And how long is that drive?
That's a 4.5 hour ride, and it was pouring rain.
Yo, so like, so wait. So you guys weren't dating, but like he had just jumped out a window and just drove 4.5 hours.
Yep.
Was he still friends with his friend at that time?
No.
Why weren't they friends?
They're acquaintances. My ex was bash talking me, like how, because people were starting to ask questions like, what happened? Like, I noticed you took down all your pictures. What's really going on? And that's why they stopped. They had like a separation.
Wait, they had a separation because of you?
Yeah, because it was disrespectful.
Wait a minute. What was disrespectful? Him taking down your pictures?
The way he would talk about how things ended between us, the way he would talk about me, and he knows me better than that.
Wait, okay. So the only way you would know how he was talking about you is because his friend told you.
Yeah, he asked my ex, so what happened with you guys? Like, you took down the pictures, what's going on? Like,
Yo, so wait a minute. So like you don't think that his friend who you were with now, that was kind of snaky of him?
no, because if he wanted me, we could have been dating while I was still in a relationship with my ex.
How
Like,
is that?
if we were really gonna be messy and petty, you know how the world works. You could say you're in a relationship with somebody and then get with their friend at the same time, but we're both not like that. We were both in our prospective relationships, and so we're loyal to our partners. And once those partners decided to exit our lives, is when we decided to explore and spend more time learning about each other and realizing we're actually really compatible.
Well, it wasn't when those partners exited your lives, it was when y'all kicked them out of your lives so that y'all could be together.
I didn't kick. I said this man broke up with me, and his ex-wife broke up with him.
But
So
like there is shit people could do to like make it intolerable. Come on now. There are things you can do that can make a nigga be like, okay, I gotta get the fuck out of this situation. Same on that nigga side. Like all he had to do was talk to his wife crazy, like how your ex was talking to you, and then that would have got him out of there. In fact, on his side, who filed for divorce, him or his wife?
the wife.
Okay, why?
She did not want to be a military wife anymore. He came back from deployment from Dubai. She served him with the papers. This is not for me.
Okay, so she was tired of his ass.
Yeah, or she just didn't realize what she signed up for, because being a military wife is definitely hard. Like when your partner is not there, like I get it.
Okay, cool. All right. So that happened. Yo, if there's a chance that I could talk to your current dude, that would be well, actually, I am gonna talk to him. But if I could talk to your ex too, that'd be just amazing. But nah, not that guy.
Restraining order. I'm not allowed to talk to
Oh
him.
wow.
And, no.
Okay, who got a restraining order on who?
I got a restraining order on him after I went to the hospital, got my full checkup, realized I had some injuries, black and blue, did a full report, did a TRO, and we went to court for a restraining order. So yeah, we're not allowed to speak to each other.
So that was a restraining order from that night?
Yep.
That's kind of crazy. So whose idea was it to get a restraining order? Because it seemed like he was done with you. And it seemed like you were done with him. Like, what was the point of the restraining order?
I was still fearful because this man used to live with me. He knows my routine. He knows where I work. And seeing you that unhinged, I don't know what you're capable of, honestly.
But then how unfearful were you if you still went back up there after you had got out of there?
Yes, but not for sex. I'm going up there for my phone to leave because I need it for GPS, to call 911. Just I need my phone. Like I'm not leaving with my phone. No.
Right. But I'm saying if you were able to go up there and get your phone, you couldn't have been that fearful of your life to go up and get your phone. So even after you had drove off and then called his friend, did he stalk you? Did he try to come back to your house? Was he consistently calling you? Did he threaten you at all?
I don't know what he's capable of. Like I told you, I've never seen him.
Not what he's capable of. What did he do after that? Did he do anything?
No, but I have a tear in my shoulder now that directly impacts my career. I have black and blues. Like, no, if you try and you get unhinged again just because you're talking about me to somebody else or what, I have this legal document. So if I call the cops, they're going to arrest you and I never have to see you ever again. You're going to be behind bars. Like, no, I don't trust you right now because you're acting crazy.
Okay. Okay. So let's finish up with that night. So okay. So you had called his friend and his friend drove 4.5 hours up there, right? So his friend got there like around what time? 5 a.m., 6 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What happened at that point?
I was home. I took a shower. I already had told my boss, like, I'm not coming in. I'm going to the hospital in the morning. Like, so and so happened. And I was putting ice on my shoulder, just trying to, like, just calm down because I was still shaken up at what just transpired.
Okay. When was that when his friend got there, or like was that before?
That was the hours before while I was here by myself. And it had just happened. And I had just got home.
Okay.
And I was waiting for him to get here.
Okay.
And when he did, he just like barricaded the door. He stayed in the living room, making sure like, okay, if he does decide to come in this entrance or this entrance, like I can hear it, I'll stay up all night. It's fine. You go get some rest. Then we'll go to the hospital in the morning, do all that jazz.
Okay. Was he divorced at that time?
Yep.
Okay. So what happened in the morning?
So we went to the hospital. I went there. And I had an x-ray done. The doctors examined me. They told me this is very serious. You need to go to the police station where it occurred. So he lived in Maplewood, New Jersey at the time. So I went to the South Orange police station, made a report, did the restraining order, just like they instructed me to do.
Okay. And then what happened?
And then my friend made sure he took me to urgent care, get all the pain patch, everything that I needed. I'll go grocery shop. I'll fill things up for you, get you ice, whatever you need. And then he had to go back to DC because he had his military duties.
Okay. So y'all didn't have any kissing, any sex that night, nothing.
My mind was elsewhere. I'm not even focused on that.
Okay. So, okay. All right. So now you were out of that relationship. There's a restraining order on this man now. And you are now kind of dating his friend, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did his friend move up to Jersey right away, or like what was the steps of actually getting into a relationship with him?
After that night, that meant a lot to me because, like I said, I don't know anybody else who would just drop everything and come to my aid. Never met a ride or die person like that. So we continued talking for a couple more months. We made it official. And that was it. He lived in DC and I'm in New Jersey.
What is making it official?
I.e., asking me to be your girlfriend, not just we're talking on the phone and we're in our talking phase. Now it's official that we're actually boyfriend and girlfriend.
Okay. When did the sexual phase occur?
That night after we made it official. So that was February. That was by February. So we still had months of talking because my whole domestic violence situation took place in the end of October. So we did not become officially boyfriend and girlfriend until February.
Okay. So you guys made it official. And then after it became official, which was in February. How long was it long distance? How did it get to where you guys are now closer to close or are like you guys actually living together now?
No.
Okay. So it's still long distance.
Yep.
Okay. So So it turned into a relationship back in February, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We are now in what? What are we in? March? Wait. This but that was last February, right?
Yep.
So it's been about a year now.
Mm-hmm.
So you have been doing a year long distance.
Yep.
And with your ex, he hasn't popped back up. He like never came back to like assault you, attack you, nothing.
Nope. We had our whole case with our respective lawyers. The restraining order is still in effect. He paid his, judicial dues, all that jazz, and we're not talking.
Does the restraining order affect his job at all?
Mm-hmm.
Did you think about that before actually filing it on him?
No, because you didn't give a rat's ass about me. If you're dragging me in a hallway, you're acting like a crazy person. You did not have to put your hands on me and take it to that level. There was no need for that. And we wouldn't, if you didn't, we wouldn't have a restraining order. We wouldn't be in this situation. All you had to do was leave me alone when you moved out. Don't ask me for no date. Don't get mad that I don't want to get back together. Give me my money, and that's it.
Okay.
You get to the extra level. Why should I have to protect you? Because you did not care about my welfare.
Okay. Cool. So now you and your current boyfriend, which was his friend before, how has that relationship been in the past year and how has it grown?
It was funny that after we had broken up and after this whole situation, he would call him more frequently. And he actually confessed to what he did to my current boyfriend, which was surprising, given that he knows that Trey does not condone any sort of domestic violence, none of that. Like he's very old school, very old fashioned. A man should not violate a woman like that. So I was actually surprised that my ex told him, like, okay, I just want you to hear me out. Like I did something really bad and this is what happened, between me and Shanice. And after he said that, then he's kind of dropped off on communication with him because I guess he feels bad. Like he knows exactly, okay, this guy is definitely like our friendship is done. I know his morals. I know how he feels about this subject. So now he feels stupid that he even says it.
Well, we aren't sure of that. Like that is just what you hope is happening. Maybe he's just like, I'm out of this and I'm good and I'm straight now. Like we can't say.
Yeah.
You would like it that way because like I actually feel as though you still got feelings for him. But no. Okay, cool. So
honestly, because I took it to that level, I just hope and pray that I'm not the girl that's like on 2020. I'm the one that got away. And if you ever lose the handle again, that you don't go and kill the next girl because you don't want her to.
Nah, don't even say that because
that's how I feel.
That's because like he had showed restraint, even though he had went over and he's not supposed to grab you, he's not supposed to drag you, right? He's not supposed to grab you on your arm like that. He like actually never punched you. He like yelled, which like he like isn't supposed to be doing, but like you had got out twice. He was drinking, he was high, you had got out twice, right? So like to like then jump and say he's going to be on 2020 killing somebody else, that's not fair. That's not fair at all. Because like he hasn't shown any of that behavior. So I can't let that one go, right? And then you were just kind of defaming his name, kind of putting future terrible crimes on him, even though he hasn't shown that, right? So let's kind of stay away from that one. Okay, so with your current boyfriend now, what's going on? What has been going on in the past year? Are you happy?
I am. I feel like things are finally, I'm being treated the way I deserve to be treated. We have mutual respect for each other. We're both alphas in the sense that he's a captain in the Air Force. I'm a doctor. Like, we respect each other. We take care of like equal household chores when we're around each other. If you need help with this, I'll help you with this, and I'll help you with this. Like, there is never any nasty name calling, any fighting, none of that stuff that I tolerated in the past. We've never done that, ever. And he's
Okay.
just a very genuinely sweet guy, very sweet guy.
Okay. So what's going on in the relationship now? Are like finances good? Is he bringing in just as much as you are? Like, how is that part of your relationship going?
So that's the one thing that it's a bit of a kink and it's a bit of a cause of friction sometimes, because now he wants to move to California. He's getting stationed out there, but he wants to get out of serving active duty full time and pursue a career in acting because that's what he went to school for, bachelor's of fine arts and all this stuff. I am going with him because we've already talked about marriage, and the long distance would be absolutely detrimental to our relationship. And I don't want to take that risk and lose him. So I'm moving with him, but I just don't think it's the right time to do that. I mean, you just post divorce, you already got screwed financially with that whole situation. And now with inflation and the way things are in the economy, I don't think that's the right time to go to the most expensive state to pursue this dream and leave something that's stable to go pursue a career that's very volatile. So it's hard for me and my analytical brain to wrap his decision making on that. But he has his own life to live and he has his business. So I can't tell him no. I want him to pursue his dreams. I want him to be happy doing his passion because I'm doing my passion as a job. So that's where we are.
So are you going with him or not?
I am going.
Okay. So in his current career in the military, how much is he making a year?
About 88K.
Okay. And when he gets out, is he going to have like benefits? Is he going to have military benefits and stuff?
Yes, he'll still have the military benefits.
Okay. But he isn't trying to work, he's trying to pursue acting.
Yes.
So you're going to be supporting him.
I'm going to be the primary breadwinner until he gets his acting representation, he gets his acting roles where you start getting paid for those things.
You realize the path to be a successful actor is almost an impossible one, right?
I mean, people have done it. Michael B. Jordan came from the ghetto of Newark, New Jersey, and he just got himself a Hollywood Walk of Star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, whatever, right?
How many
So
people do how many people do you think were trying to be Michael B. Jordan? 100, 1,000, a million?
people, tons of people.
Yeah, so like that's a 1 in a million shot, right? And he was younger, he was on the wire, right? So how old is your current boyfriend?
He's 28.
Okay. Okay. And he doesn't have any connects to Hollywood?
No.
Does he have a large social media following?
He has about 3,500 followers right now.
Okay. Is he talented? Have you seen him acting?
I've seen him act in a few short films here and there. We did an episode of Divorce Court together, which is where I really got to see his acting skills. So I think he has what it takes. He
Wait a
just
minute,
needs
wait a minute. What is the episode of Divorce Court?
surprise. Yes, we did an acting episode of Divorce Court together.
Wait, were you on Divorce Court?
Yes.
He was getting divorced on Divorce Court?
No. Him and I were on Divorce Court.
Doing what?
We were playing our roles like we're a couple on the rocks. And that's how we got in. We pitched the casting, they liked us, and we showed up on Divorce Court.
Hold on. Divorce Court is fake?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a damn trip. Okay. All right. All right. Damn. Okay.
Episode 59. Go ahead, check it out. Last season. This This current season, episode 59.
Okay. So when was that filmed actually?
February.
This February?
Last February.
Okay. But you guys just started dating that past February. But then casting for Divorce Court, doesn't it take a couple months?
Yes, it didn't actually air to the public until October 24th was when it was originally aired, but
Okay.
we filmed it in February.
Okay. So you guys were talking about going on Divorce Court while you were still in a relationship with your past boyfriend.
No.
No?
My domestic violence thing took place 2021 or 2020. I don't know, but it's not. We just filmed this show. We just
Last.
wrapped it last February.
Okay. But then when did you break up with your ex? That was on the summer before.
That was before, yes.
Okay, cool. All right. So now he wants to pursue acting. You guys are going to move to the West Coast, which is expensive as hell. I'm on the West Coast. I'm in San Diego, so like I know how expensive it is. I moved from Brooklyn, from the expensive part of Brooklyn, and San Diego is more expensive with less to do, honestly. So you were going to be paying crazy money, and then you were saying you're going to be the only one working, and then you are married to this guy. How are you going to make it work?
I'm already applying to different hospitals in the area. I do like San Diego area, which is funny that you live there. I'm gonna make it work. I have my career, I can be well off over there. I can do the same amount of hustling I'm doing here over there. I'll be perfectly fine. He's the one leaving something stable to go to something unstable.
Yo, why are you following him around without a commitment?
Because I know it's coming. We've already
No, fuck that. Make it come. Like, yo, like this is crazy. Like, you are hoping for some shit, and honestly, I have to tell you, it's gonna be a rocky road ahead because once that 88K vanish, like shit out here is not sweet. Yo, like one bedrooms in the bad neighborhoods are like 2,200. So you are going to be carrying that on your own. While first of all, you guys have to stay more like in Los Angeles anyway, right? But yeah, you are in for a world of pain. I'm sorry, like that. I could see if he was still working and then doing it part-time, maybe just working and then trying to pick up roles and then working on his stuff. But like acting doesn't even work like that anymore. Acting works like, okay, what is his social media like? Is he already marketing himself? Is he already popular? And then those are the people that they take, because they'll just say, we don't have to do shit. We can just put him in this, know that X amount of people will watch, knowing that this person already shows acting traits based on his whatever, YouTube's, TikToks, whatever. In fact, a lot of people making it are actually making it on their own, and that they have already made films. If you think about Issa Rae and all them, or like Black and Sexy, those people made their own movies and then they had got picked up. So him going there just to try and say, I'm going to be actor, yo, I ain't saying it ain't going to work, but I'm saying it's not going to work. Like, that's crazy. And that's crazy. And then you were going to do all this without a commitment. What kind of hold does that man have on you exactly?
I'm telling you, I'm not willing for our relationship to go from New Jersey to DC long distance to New Jersey, California. There's no way that's going to work. And the level of respect that he treats me with, he's already talking about the commitment is literally just the legalities, because you literally just got divorced. Like, you need to rebuild your whole life and then, you know, move on. But it's not like you're wasting my time or you're trying to use me. I don't feel like he's doing that.
Right. But then why does he have to do it now, right? Why does he have to do it now? Because I am pro-Black and I'm pro-male, but I can't look at a beautiful sister kind of making like a crazy decision when it's not really necessary. Yes, there's faith. Years there's, well, I love him and he treats me good. Let me tell you something. People are supposed to treat you good anyway. They aren't supposed to get any special points for actually treating you good, right? That part is there. But if he isn't going to lock you in, I wouldn't do it. I mean, you could do it just because it's up to you and it might work out. It's just, what does your father think about this? What does your mother think about this?
I don't really tell them all the ins and out of my life because they're pretty judgmental. I'm an only child, so
Mm.
nobody is good enough for them.
Okay.
Nobody.
Okay. Do you think that you are making the right move by actually doing this move?
I mean, every day I question it. I've always wanted to live that West Coast life, but the more I keep doing this research about the income tax, all this stuff, people are fleeing California, going to Nevada. I've already had conversations with him. I'm like, look, this is a very expensive state. We go in there for your dream. Like, you have a certain amount of time, like you're gonna be hustling like crazy. You're basically a full-time civilian now. So if I'm gonna try it out for a year, and if I'm really not making the same amount of money that I'm used to, and I feel like I have to work harder, I'm out to Texas or Nevada, like, or Arizona, because just to live in California just for the weather, there's other states nearby that could do that just for nice weather.
Yo, but he wants to pursue his dream. So it's not going to happen in a year. Like, it might take 5 years if it happens at all. So what happens when it doesn't happen in the first year?
We gotta move. Like, I'm
But
giving
that's going to cause a problem because it's going to take a year just to get acclimated, just to even know LA. Like, so, so once he starts getting his like bearings down, you like just can't move. Right. So what are you guys going to do? Like, is he just not going to work? Have you guys discussed this? And is it that you were going to support him while he's pursuing this dream?
I don't like to take care of a man. Like, I think that's really unattractive. I like my 50-50 mentality. You know, you bring something to the table, I bring my stuff to the table.
Yes.
So right now he is leaving the military to do the National Guard. And then that's a 1 weekend, 2 weekend a month commitment. And then he's going to do the LAPD, or he will do this like private security detail thing to make up some money to take care of his needs and things that we have to get done in the meantime, until, like you said, until you get the acting representation, because we don't have no connects in the industry yet. You're out there to make the connections and get these roles and go to all these things. So, but you still need to take care of your needs.
How much is your ex making as a mechanical engineer now?
When I got him that job, he was making 130K, I want to say, was the offer.
Okay. So he is probably making more now.
Yeah.
Okay. And the current guy you were with is about to be making like 5,000 a year.
5,000 a year.
If he's working every other weekend, right? Um, private
LMP.
private security pay will what out here like $30 an hour. Gigs are usually 4 hours long. That's $120. So if he does that twice, that's $240 a month, maybe 2,500 a year. And then if he's looking for acting representation, oh yeah, they're like a lot of agencies. They're talent agencies, and you were going to have to pay at least 5 bands just to get representation of one of them. So who was going to pay that? You or him?
No, he gonna have to pay that. Like, you're selling your house. You have to work. Like, no, I'm not paying for that.
Yo, is he selling the house? Doesn't he have to split that?
Mm-hmm.
Does he have kids with her?
Nope.
Okay. So does he have to pay spousal support or anything? Okay, cool. But he is gonna split the sale of that house with her, right? Okay. So that's the only money he is gonna have for the next 3 or 4 years.
No, he has to work with the LAPD, get that up and running, do the private security. Like, he's very well aware of how hard you're gonna have to work.
Okay. Okay. And how much do you think is gonna be enough for him to bring in so that you guys can survive, because you guys aren't going to thrive, but at least for you guys to survive out there. How much does he have to bring in a year?
He
How
we
much
have
are
a,
you bringing in a year?
I'm bringing in 100K.
Okay. Okay, cool. So let's say you were bringing in 100K out here. That's cool too, right? Do you have your California license yet?
Yes, I passed the California law exam. I'm just waiting for my license number because I need to do fingerprints, all that jazz. So I'm just waiting for that. And then I'm going to have contracts at different hospitals. I'm going to apply like crazy. I already know which hospitals I want to aim for.
Hmm.
And then I just need to sit down and figure out which neighborhoods I want to live in. And I'm
Yeah.
trying to do it strategically because right now I'm paying $2,400 a month in this luxury apartment complex. What I've seen in LA for that price, I'm not too crazy about it. So I think I may have to do one of those like common or something furnished already because I don't think I'm going to be able to bring all my furniture with me. So we're just going to have to one bedroom it be fully furnished or live in one of those extended hotels. I have to figure it out. I just don't know in terms of like, it all depends on where I get a job. If I get a job at Cedars-Sinai, which is right in the heart of LA, I've heard traffic is 2 hours. Like, then I have to live literally right across the street from the hospital because ain't nobody trying to sit in no 2 hours of traffic. I'm not used to that in Jersey. A bad day is an hour, 45 minutes max for me, work commute, not 2 hours. So there's a lot of, in terms of wherever I get the job, that's where I'll start figuring out where I want to live.
Earlier in the conversation, you had said you like really subscribe to gender roles, right? So, but in this situation, when you guys move, you're going to be the breadwinner and he's pretty much going to be trying to get his footing, right? So you are totally okay with like supporting this man over the next couple of years without giving him any stress about, oh, you aren't bringing in no money, because you are going to have to carry all of that shit. Like, like everyone wants to be an actor. Everybody, and like he's already kind of older. Um, so not saying that it's not going to pop off because it very well might, but it's going to be a lot of hard work. You are ready to support this man for the next couple years financially and still be pleasant, feminine, and actually not argue with him.
I'm going to try my best because I know money is the root of all evil. And I already said that's not attractive. I don't want to carry no man. But again, he's not going to be a full-time, like, what's the word? A full-time husband, housewife, whatever. I don't want that. You're still going to be out there hustling. You already said you're going to bring in the same amount of income that I'm used to you making. So that means you have to really bust your butt. Okay. You're doing LAPD, you're doing your business, you're doing Uber, Lyft, whatever you got to do to bring home the same amount of money. Fine.
Yo, that's a pipe dream though, right? Because it's like saying it and then doing it. Yo, shit is mad hard out here, yo. So it's like saying it and then doing it are two different things. But if he could do it, more power to him. I'm just saying it's not going to be as consistent and it's going to be very stressful. And then you were doing all this without a ring on your finger, even though he had just got out of a divorce. They're like, isn't no promise ring? There isn't any engagement ring. There isn't nothing. Are you just that much in love with him, or like is it you like just don't feel worthy of like being loved at a high level? Like what is going on?
I have a fear of dying alone because I don't feel like I'll find that perfect partner for me.
How old
And
are you?
I'm 30.
Okay, you have time. You have time, and you live in the DC area.
No. I'm in North Jersey.
Oh yeah, yes, across from New York City, right? Okay. So you have a nice apartment now, right? There are men, there are black men, beautiful black men, pause, all up in New York City, right? Right. And now you are going to this foreign land with a man that you've dated for about a year now without any commitment in sight, even though he is talking about it and he is just getting out of a relationship, which he probably still has to process and actually should go to therapy for And you should go to therapy too, based on your last relationship, before jumping into the next one, because you didn't even have any time to process what happened in the last relationship before already being in the next relationship. And then the thing about him, and I'll speak with him, is like he came to your rescue, which is cool, but at the same time, there's still questions there because that was his friend. So it's like it's just kind of messy to me. It it just seems like a difficult road ahead unless you guys really, really think about it. And then you, as a beautiful Black woman, which you are, there are women that are gonna die alone, trust. But as of right now, you aren't one of them because you are still valuable on the marketplace. You don't have any children, right? You've already proven you can take care of a man, right? I have questions about how you talk to a person, but like I don't know. That is just a hunch. But like doing all this, moving with someone who hasn't committed to you, that's that's kind of doing it backwards, right? To have married before you carry, right? So what if it doesn't work out? Like, what if you guys break up in LA? Like, are you moving back? Are you moving somewhere else? Like, have you thought about these things?
Hmm. I have. And given my track record of going from long distance relationships and it doesn't always work out, I've thought about it. Yes, I have. But it's not like I'm completely blindly following you and like you were once the breadwinner and I'm just a full-time housewife. Now you carrying everything and I can provide for myself. I still have a successful career. I can take care of myself. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'll move back to Jersey because I'm just tired of this area. I'm tired of the cold. I do want something new and I do want something warmer. So either I go to like Miami or I will go. I have to do more research about Texas. Right now, Nevada is looking like the next move because it's right there. No income tax. And that's where all the LA people seem to be fleeing to. So let me go there and bring home more money for myself.
Except that he might not want to go there. He wants to be in LA.
No, I'm saying like if we were to split up.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is the percentage chance of you guys actually splitting up though?
I don't see that at all.
Okay. So then why not make him commit to you before you actually make this move?
I have a promise ring, and I do want to double back and say I have done therapy since that last relationship because that really messed me up. And he's done his therapy after his divorce, and we've actually done therapy. Like I've sat in on some of his sessions with the therapist, not to be nosy and find out like what exactly went down in your relationship with the ex-wife, but just to like really see where his head is at. How is he mentally? Like, is he still carrying a lot of things? Yeah, there's some trauma here and there, but I feel like he's in a better mind state now and he's not bullshitting. I have a promise ring. I've already met your immediate family members, like your grandma, your parents, your sister, everybody. So it's coming. It's just you literally just got done with paperwork. Is that issue.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, man. This has been interesting, but like also, like what is a promise ring versus an engagement ring versus a marriage?
It's the legalities. It's actually dropping a nice pretty penny on a nice ring for me. And the commitment again of like you have a whole wife. Now I'm changing my name. I'm taking your last name. Like there's way more legalities.
Mhm.
And
Do you want to be married to this man?
I do.
Okay. So, and you guys have been dating for about a year now,
Mhm.
right? But it's still long distance?
He's still in DC right now. And I'm still here in New Jersey.
Yo, come on, man. So, based on your past experiences, aren't you doing the exact same thing again? Aren't you doing the exact same thing again?
Yep, we're about to live together, except this time I'm taking the plunge. I'm moving in to some place or we find the place together, not him coming to me. So now this is way more of a risk and way more of a bet on my part. Because last time I didn't have to move. I was already established here. You come to me.
Okay. So, but then wouldn't you think because of your last relationship and how that went, that like you should kind of not take that crazy leap of faith and actually live together for like just a couple months where you're at now to actually make sure this man is the man for you. Because if he's not going to commit to you, because he hasn't committed to you, because the commitment is an engagement, then it's a marriage date. Everything else, whatever. I can give you just like a promise ring now too if you want one. I mean, right? But like it's really like a leap of faith, and I feel as though, and I could be wrong, but you were doing it out of fear, right? Out of fear of being alone, not like necessarily because you were so deeply in love with them, but like the alternative is scary to you.
I'm just afraid that if I don't move with him, we're gonna break up and I'm right back to square one. And I have to start over with somebody new, and I don't want to run that risk. I do really care about him. I do feel like this one is the one. And I know the road ahead is going to be extremely rocky, but he's somebody that needs to be in the heat of the fire to understand how hot the kitchen can get, because me explaining it is not like you actually living it. And yeah, we've watched YouTube videos, we've heard, oh, it's hard out here, it's hard out here. But like, his rebuttal is, if I could make it in New York, I can make it in DC. Why can't I make it in California? Every like other people are making it in the acting world. He has to go through it and actually be in it. If it doesn't pop off, then you're willing to take the knee. Okay, this is not popping off the way I want to, and I'm gonna go back active duty military, catch my little acting gigs here, there, and everything everywhere. If I get something big, cool. But we tried it. I can't deter the man until he tries it.
Okay. Okay. But you should still get a commitment out of the nigga. Like moving on hope. I mean, that's commendable, but you are 30, right? So, but you were beautiful, you were childless, you were feminine, you can cook. There are plenty of men which will suit you. But okay, no, but also if you want to take the plunge and support him, that is great as well. That's very commendable. It's just doing it without any papers. It's just why. It's just why. And then did you talk to his ex-wife? Do you know why it didn't work? Or is it just based on what he had told you?
I've heard his side of the story, like listening on therapy sessions, but no, I haven't talked to her directly.
Okay. Is that something he would be open to?
Like me talking to the ex-wife?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would do it. Cause like that actually shows a lot of character on his part if he's okay with that. And then if she'll take the call, cause like then it's on her. But like even if he says it's cool, then I'll be like, okay, at least he is showing that he's an open book. But if he's like, nah, why are you trying to talk to her? I already told you what happened and it went this way. I would take that as a flag. So yeah, definitely ask him that. Definitely. Are there any other things on your mind you are considering which I can assist you with right now?
Well, I mean, you brought up the point of why take this plunge when there's plenty of other people around here in this area that's affluent like myself. I can meet anybody else, but I feel like going through the situations in the past, going after that certain type, it didn't fare well for me. Like, just because a man makes so much money, you're practically like a slave to him. You get mistreated. Like, I've never run into that guy that's super successful and still treats his woman like a queen. Like, you still get either cheated on or disrespected. So that's the whole reason why he's something completely different. Southern hospitality, the true definition. And yeah, I'm like, this one is different. This is not what I'm used to.
So so historically, men that make a lot of money, right? They have a lot of women approaching them. So like they are always, I guess, exercising options, right? They are always like so many women are like coming at them. But then that's what happens with the high value males, right? A lot of women want them. So um getting cheated on is like definitely bad. But then I would I would say if you got cheated on and then you didn't know about it, what difference does that make?
What you mean I didn't know about it?
If you meet a guy making like 250K or like more than that, in that the like more money a man makes is the more likely a lot of women want him, right? So that is more sexual options, right? So like he can dip and dab, right? So like is is that what your deal breaker is? Is like infidelity your like main deal breaker?
Yep.
Because I can tell you this guy, if he's not making any money, he isn't gonna cheat on you because no other woman gonna want him anyway. Like that's just how it works. He's gonna be 100% faithful because there like really isn't gonna be opportunity for him. But if he gets famous, like let's say he here turns into Michael B. Jordan, like then that becomes a possibility too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But like all of this, not like saying married men don't cheat or like boyfriends don't cheat, but it's just without any kind of commitment from him to you outside of a promise ring, it just seems like you were doing like a great leap of faith, which is cool, but it should be done because you believe in him and you love him and you trust him, not like because you like just don't want to date again and it's scary out there because your ideal man is out there. And if it's him, good. But if it's not, don't, it's not fair to you because what's going to happen is you're going to wind up resenting him because you were going to be like, I have to work 60 hours every week, just to make ends meet, just to pay this rent while you were going up on acting jobs. And like, yo, man, that industry is crazy. But it's going to be arduous. It's going to be tumultuous. It's like crazy. So I just want to make sure that you are fully prepared for what you were getting into. Because if your goal is to get married, well then yo, like get married. Like you are beautiful, you are young, you are successful. How tall are you?
5'2".
Oh, 5'2", a shorty. And hold on. Can you stand up and back up? I want to see. Yes.
Tell me this is a dating interview.
Hey man, hey man. Wow. Okay. Yeah. You can pretty much meet a lot of men, a lot of the kind of men that you were looking for. So I just hope that this guy appreciates what you were doing, and I hope that you know what you were doing as well, because yeah, it is the road less traveled, but it might be lucrative at the end of the day. I'm just saying it's gonna be hard.